Hi, I'm Nina Drzinski here in Port Townsend, Washington with the owner of Perfect Endings Cupcake Company, Latricia Arthur. She is a huge sponsor of the Port Townsend Film Festival this year. Would you like to talk to me about that?
Sure, I'd love to.
Why are you sponsoring the Port Townsend Film Festival?
Well, I've sponsored the Port Townsend Film Festival. It's a real community effort to bring out interesting and good films to town. It does bring the community together. People can watch the free films that take place at some buildings downtown, as well as the movies in the street. It's just there's a real community feeling to it.
Why are you here?
Well, this is Port Townsend tradition. Even if you've seen the movie 30 times, you come to the open outdoor theater. I mean, that's...
Why are you at the film festival?
Well, I live in Port Townsend. I support the arts and anything that goes on with so-called cultural aspects of life and living in this great town of ours.
Why are you at the film festival?
I've lived in town 5 years and I've never been before, so I felt it was time to experience this as a sociological field experiment.
What's been your best moment so far?
Oh, so far it was the movie Happy.
Me too. Happy's great.
Oh yeah, it's if we have to evolve as a species, and that gives us an idea where to go.
What was your first union job?
Touring with a road company of Life with Father.
And where'd you go?
It was called the Subway Circuit, invented by the Schuberts.
Okay. Yeah.
And it went, you know about it?
Yeah, I studied a little theater history at a certain point.
I didn't know it still was in theater history. I mean, it's very obscure.
No, I don't think so. I know it. It can't be that obscure.
Well, it was called the Subway Circuit for obvious reasons. It went to Queens and Brooklyn and Long Beach and other places that the subway might go. It actually went a little further than that, but they still liked the name, so they called it the Subway Circuit. That was my first professional job.
I had a question for you on, you were all the way back and involved in getting Get Smart off the ground, which was one of my favorites when I was a kid. And then you were recently on 30 Rock, so you have this huge span of...
You're asking me, I must be very, very old, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just curious if you could tell us how the industry has changed, or where do you think it's going, especially with all of the little cameras around. And do you think that the industry's really changed, or is it basically the same as it always was?
No, it has really changed, I think. But I'm not sure I can identify what the changes are or why they came about. It's not as serious a business as it once was, except as a business. It's serious when it comes to money. I don't think it's serious when it comes to form.
There was an accident on the roof of the Rose Theater. There was a crash. And that alien landed right there. That spaceship crashed on the roof. It's part of Back to the Future. Thanks to Dawn Trethaway. Is that awesome or what? You know, Colin, your radio station says authentic and eclectic radio. Well, we've got an authentic, eclectic town here.